Hi, this is Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. This is Tristan, he's a Corgi, and we're here for an episode of Conversations with a Corgi. And in fact, the white behind me is indeed snow, which is covering my yard. Just 8 miles away from here where we go to our work as an educator, there's no snow on the lawns, but I have just a little bit of elevation here, not even 75 feet, and that is enough to keep the snow here much longer than it is in the area around me. I really am on the north-south mix of weather. And the tree people are just trying to come across my side yard there to get into the backyard to cut down the tree that's behind me that you can't see because it's covered in white. So, and I know that it's really cold where a lot of people are listening from, and I hope you have a wood stove or a pellet stove and you're indoors and you're comfortable, and get those dogs in and out as quickly as possible for their business. I don't think they want to be out any more than we do in this weather. Certainly mine doesn't. Right, Tristan? And he tried to scamper across the lawn last night, but it has a frozen icy crust on the top. Feels like minus 44. Yep, there you go, Danny. 44, 32s, 57. Isn't it all the same once it's minus 10? So Tristan did not like the snow. Usually he loves to run in the snow, but it has just enough crust to almost hold him, so he runs 3 steps and falls through. And as you may be able to hear, I'm losing my voice from the Pet Expo, not from talking. I think I'm almost sick, trying not to get sicker, using a lot of Thieves throat spray, and I have a lot of rest period here for 3 days, not too much going on besides computer things. So hopefully that will be enough to keep me from getting the desperate sick that a lot of people have. Yeah, cold is cold. That's right. So today, having gone on my travels, one of the things that I kept thinking about that I think is important for our pets and for us is the idea of sameness in the midst of change. Because, you know, I travel with Tristan all the time, and he's going in the car, and then we're at my sister's house, and then we're at the Pet Expo, then we're at the hotel, back at the expo. And I know for him, having he has a little blue traveling crate, a little canvas one. It's the second smallest one they make because he's tiny. And I bought it because I was taking him to a T-Touch training in Colorado, and I needed something I could put in my suitcase that would fold up flat, and then I could have it out for the 7 days that we were there. And it's actually been a godsend having this, because Tristan enjoys going in there. As soon as we got to the Pet Expo and I brought him in, he was looking under all the tables to find his box so that he could go in there where he felt safe. And I feel the same way. I love staying at Sheraton's because they're always the same, and my sister has some kind of points there, so whenever I'm anywhere with her, I get to stay in a Sheraton. However, they aren't at all the places where I go, and you know, there's a certain sameness to hotel rooms, but you know, managing the heat and everything and the blankets, and I was pretty cold in that room the first night until I went, oh boy, I have a king-size bed, let's put all the blankets on my side, which is what I did, and the dog, and the towels. Then I was fine. So, and I'm pretty used to sleeping in a cold space because this house, as you can see with these windows, is not that warm, even though, you know, it's 67 or 9 or so in here, and I'm sure if I put it up to 75 it would be warmer, but it's not a hot house, which is why I have 2 electric fireplaces and 1 propane one. So the other things on our travels, besides Tristan being in his crate, he loved being at my sister's house. He's been there a bit now, and he sees the dogs that he knows and my mom, and he's got a routine there where he eats his dinner, and that helps him weather the traveling. Just like me, finding the Starbucks that conveniently is located in most of the Sheratons in the world. You know, there's something about getting that same chai tea, no matter you're in an airport, you're in a hotel, you're on the streets of a new city. I mean, thank God that they have places like Starbucks, no matter what people feel about privately owned or corporate coffee houses. I like going to the same place when everything else in my life is chaos. And I know in New York City, when I found a Starbucks near where I was for the Equine Film Festival, I was so happy because I could get breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. I knew what the price would be. I knew when they were open. I knew the food would not kill me like a lot of food because I only eat organic. Treat. Biscuit. Down, honey. I may have to let the Corgi go. And then one of the other things we had along the way that was so pleasant was finding a Panera. Because again, you know what you can count on when you find a place like that that's always there. And I knew that the salad would be a certain way every day. I knew that it was organic and clean, fresh food. And I knew that I could count on them, and I knew the price. So having these kinds of comforts, this in sameness, when you're traveling and when you're at home, really, really help. We need to use our Eat and Pure. Yes, that is good stuff. So I got to go because the tree guys are at the door, and I don't know what they're doing, but the Corgi's getting very upset about it. So thanks for joining us today. Depending on how sick I am and how loud it is out there for the next couple of days, I don't know when we'll be back. But thanks for joining us. There's like 7 trucks out there. I've got 5 or 6 trees going down, so it's going to be a lot of noise today, which is why I thought I'd vacuum. Add to the noise. Okay, I gotta stop the barking dog. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys soon. Everybody have a great day and stay warm because boy is it cold.